This is Michael Popok, and it's time for Legal AF After Dark. First week in the Manhattan DA's trial, and we've already got a jury, 12 jurors, 6 alternates. They know they're the alternates. They know they're the jurors. A gag order violation, an upcoming gag order evidentiary hearing with Donald Trump potentially going to jail as a punishment in the offing. You want to know more about it? Was that intriguing? Did that get your attention? Tune in to Legal AF. Here's a clip.
Jury has been selected, sworn in, opening statement on Monday. I think you owe Karen Friedman-Agnifilo some lunch because you thought it was going to go a little bit into this week. But what did you think about the process, how fast it's moving? Of course, Donald Trump's been complaining. He said that he's being railroaded by the speed that this thing is taking place. What do you make of it all?
Thanks, Ben. The velocity at which it's operating is about normal. Karen and I had a debate about whether it was going to get through week one with jury selection, or it was going to roll over to Monday with opening statements on Tuesday. Hence the lunch bet. But the velocity at which it's moving is consistent with constitutional principles of fairness and due process. Donald Trump is represented by able counsel in the room, and Susan Necklace and Todd Blanche. They have participated to their vigorous abilities during the attempt to take what started as a panel of almost 500 and got it down to the 12 now sworn in seats 1 through 12 and the 6 alternates who are the Donald Trump jury moving forward. They vigorously argued for 4 cause challenges to get rid of people without having to use their peremptory challenges. They used their 10 peremptory challenges, as did the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. They vigorously vetted all of the potential jurors, sometimes so vigorously that it led to jurors who were impaneled but not yet sworn being dismissed because they feared intimidation and couldn't be fair and impartial. But they have willingly and vigorously participated in a jury selection process on the Trump side. They found social media posts for people that they didn't think made for an impartial or fair juror. They brought that to the judge's attention. There was voir dire. There was subsequent interviews led by the judge to try to get to the bottom of it. And this was done. As Karen had said, the first day or two was slow. We lost a couple of jurors even after we thought we had selected them. But then once, and this always happens, once you lose your peremptory challenges or you exhaust them, you don't have a lot of moves left as a person selecting a jury. I've selected about 20 different juries in my career, and I've been consultants for my colleagues in picking other juries. So I kind of get the process. And it's an elaborate game of Tetris or whatever you want to call it, because you know who's coming behind, but you want to get a particular juror in the box for you. So you have to judiciously use your, and then figure out if the other side is going to use their challenge to try to get the person that you may want in the box. And the result is just what we thought it would be. I won't go into the details of each person, but it is, as a New Yorker, I will tell you, it is a well-balanced jury that has now been sworn to be fair and impartial. They said they would be. There is a smattering of Republicans that are on that jury, and that's fine. There are a lot of Democrats, liberal and or independents on there. I just know from their background and their neighborhoods that it's more likely than not that they fit that particular bill. But there are Republicans on there. We got 2 guys in financial services. We got 2 lawyers, 1 corporate, 1 litigator. We got 7 men. We got 5 women. It's about as balanced as Donald Trump or anybody can expect. And his claim in the recent filing is now 11th attempt, 12th attempt, and 4th time in a week and a half that he'll be rejected. Running over to the appellate division, which are the appellate court in Manhattan, and asking for an emergency stay because he can't get a fair jury picked because they're all biased against Donald Trump. Well, the entire 4-day process completely belies that argument. He picked a fair and impartial jury. The lawyers accepted that jury. That jury has been sworn in, and this new filing is both a day late and lots of legal arguments short of being successful. There will be opening statement on Monday. We'll also hear from the judge on his ruling about which of the 6 or 7 uncharged bad acts and crimes of Donald Trump will be used against him, allowed to be used against him in cross-examination if he takes the stand, because the judge handled it in what we call a Sandoval hearing on Friday and told the parties he'll tell them on Monday before opening statement which of the topics will be able to be put in. It won't impact anybody's opening statement because that's not an opening statement item. On the who's going to be the first witness, it's anybody's guess. And the other side has forfeited the right, Trump's side, to know who the first witness is going to be for the prosecution, because the judge said, no, you're busy attacking witnesses in social media postings and other bad things. I'm not going to force the prosecutors to tell you which of their many witnesses they're going to put on first. You and I can kibitz here about which one we think it is or which ones we think it isn't. But bad news for Trump, they're just going to have to prepare, pick out their top 4 that they think it is, and that will be witness number 1, because there will be a witness. Likely, it depends on what happens Monday morning in terms of procedural posture and procedural logistics that have to happen. But if they get to oral argument, opening statement, a couple hours apiece, there should be the start of a witness on Monday. Maybe it rolls till Tuesday. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, I think possibly in the afternoon on Monday we'll have our first witness. My thought is that the first witness is not going to, I could be wrong, I don't think it's going to be a totally explosive first witness in the same way kind of E. Jean Carroll's case, you put on E. Jean Carroll first, because this is a document case. I think you find somebody who can kind of go through all of the checks, all of the accounts, and you establish, right away kind of your prima facie case of, here are the checks, here are the payments that were made to Stormy Daniels. Here's how it came up on the ledger. Here's why it's false. And then I think you start moving into, some of your more explosive witnesses, your Michael Cohens, your Stormy Daniels, your David Pecker from AMI. Popok, also next week, there's going to be, in addition to opening statements, and we'll talk in the next segment about the New York Attorney General civil fraud hearing on the surety bond that's seems to be invalid, and we think Justice Engoron's going to reject that. Next week, Michael Popok, we also have a contempt hearing against Donald Trump for his threats and witness intimidations and violations of the gag order in this criminal case that's currently pending. Earlier in the week, the Manhattan District Attorney right away rolled out this contempt motion. The motion itself was, very ominously worded for Donald Trump about, you can be arrested, you can be put in jail, for this. And then as the week progressed, as Donald Trump made some additional statements saying that there were like liberal activists trying to be on the jury, that's a violation of subsection C of the gag order. Donald Trump reposted other statements about Michael Cohen, I believe Stormy Daniels as well. So now there's a total of 7 violations of the gag order that will be the subject of this contempt hearing.
Welcome back. If you like lawyers talking about what they know what they're talking about at the intersection of law and politics, you've come to the right place. The MeidasTouch Network. Help them get to 3 million free, yes, I said free, subscribers. They're oh so close. And we do this little show we like to call Legal AF, the podcast. Join us on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You'll find out why we call it Legal AF. We curate the best 5 developments at the intersection of law and politics. We bring it